Hey guys, my name is Em and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video it is going to be a cozy, festive, Christmassy weekly reading vlog. So today is Tuesday the 6th of December and I just decided randomly that I wanted to do a weekly reading vlog because I haven't done one in a while and I thought why not? I don't know how much reading I'm going to get done, but you know what? It's going to be fun, it's going to be festive. I'm going to hopefully manage to do like a couple Christmas activities as well. Okay, so let me talk to you about my TBR for the week. I don't have like too crazy of goals or anything because I don't actually know how much time I'm going to have to read. So I'm going to just tell you the books that I hope to read this week. Honestly, like my TBR was very different up to a few minutes ago because literally 5 minutes before I decided to film this vlog, I discovered that one of my most anticipated books of the year just came out today and it's on Kindle Unlimited, and I feel like that's the book that I'm going to be abandoning my whole entire TBR to read. So let me just get into the books that I'm going to be reading, the book that I'm currently reading, and then I'll talk about the anticipated book that is probably going to be the main focus of this vlog. So the first book up on this TBR is a book that I'm actually currently reading. I started it last weekend during a failed 24-hour readathon attempt with Jody, and it is called Stealing Mrs. Claus. It's like 187 pages on Kindle Unlimited. It is fairly self-explanatory by the title and the cover. It's a Christmas romance. It is sapphic though, which is why I'm even more excited to read it because I'm definitely in my sapphic romance era. It's fun, it's festive, and I kind of want to read a couple Christmas romances before Christmas, so that is the one that I'm currently reading. But then a couple of minutes ago I realized that a book that I've been so highly anticipating was released today, and I don't know how I forgot that it was being released today because for the past couple of weeks I've been like waiting for December 6th so that this book would be out. So the book that I think I'm going to be starting today, and I'm just so excited to read, is Anastasia by Sophie Lark. I love Sophie Lark's books. I love Sophie Lark's books. I think I've only read like two or three of them. I'm currently reading the Brutal Birthright series, but I just kind of paused a little bit. I will come back to it, but I am the worst for starting series and not finishing them for like months later, even when I'm like really in love with them. I don't know what it is. I literally just start series all the time and never finish them. But I love Sophie Lark's writing, I love her plots, I love her characters, I just love her books. And she released Anastasia today, which is like an Anastasia retelling, but obviously in kind of like a dark romance setting. I honestly don't know too much about this book apart from that because I didn't want to read into it too much because I just want to get into it and I just want to read it, and I'm so excited. I think I'm going to be trying to read this book today. Maybe not the whole thing today, but like it's very tempting because it's been a while since like I've gotten a book on the day of release and read it on the day of release. Like I think the last time that I did that was for House of Sky and Breath, which I actually never even uploaded my vlog for. I did film a vlog. I don't think I even edited that. I don't know where that vlog went, but I did film a vlog for that. So if I can find it, I might try and upload it to my Patreon or something. I really don't even know where that went. But yeah, I'm very excited. I was looking at it on Kindle Unlimited and it does say that it's 850 pages. I'm assuming that that's a glitch or that's like a mistake or something because I really don't think it's going to be that long. I'm kind of hoping it's not going to be that long because even though I love Sophie Lark and I love her books, I don't think I'm ready for like a 900 page Anastasia retelling. Like I just don't think I can do that, so I'm really hoping that that's a glitch. I think it is though, but I'm very excited to read that, so I'm going to download it onto Kindle Unlimited as soon as I finish this update, and I think I'm just going to start straight into it. Then finally on this TBR, if I do manage to get around to it, I am also currently reading Our Violent Ends by Chloe Gong. This book is the sequel to These Violent Delights, which I read I think 2 weeks ago, but in my last vlog I read that book and you will have seen how much I loved it, like how much I was obsessed with the book, how much I really loved it and really enjoyed it, and I bought the sequel immediately. I did actually pick it up the day that I got it and I read like the first 100 pages and then I just didn't pick it up again. Not for any fault of the book, I'm literally obsessed with it. I just haven't had time to read, and because it is a fantasy as well, like sometimes it does take just a little bit more brain power to read. So like if I'm very tired at the end of a day and like trying to read like a chapter before bed or something, sometimes like a fantasy book is not the best way to do that. But I'm at the stage now that I kind of nearly want to wait until my Christmas break and then read this over Christmas break. I don't know why, but I kind of want to do that. So I might put this on pause. I might not read it during this vlog, but I wanted to kind of put it in the TBR anyways just in case because I am currently reading it and it is so good. If you've not read this duology, pick it up, put it on your Christmas list, get it for yourself as a treat yourself, borrow it from the library. However you can read this book because it is amazing. Obviously read the first one first. Like it is genuine enemies to lovers, like knives to throat, like they genuinely still hate each other, and I'm like, book 2, it's so good. It is so good and I cannot wait to finish this book. So yeah, they are the 3 books that I'm going to be hopefully attempting to finish this week. I probably should finish Stealing Mrs. Claus before I start Anastasia, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to literally download Anastasia and start it right now because I'm so excited to get into it, and I'm going to keep you updated as I go, as I read, because I'm just very excited to read this book. But yeah, that is it for right now. I will come back to you when I have more reading updates and when I start Anastasia. Hi besties. Okay, so before we go any further into the reading vlog, I wanted to once again mention the amazing brand that is Magic Mind. I'm sure by now you know them. I've talked about them a couple times before and I wanted to mention them one more time because I absolutely love the brand so much. So if you don't know what Magic Mind is, it is this amazing company that makes these amazing little drinks of matcha shots that are just little shots of productivity. I absolutely love them so much. Their aim is to boost your productivity while lowering your anxiety. Their shots give you all of the energy and focus and benefits that caffeine gives you, but without that anxiety after caffeine and the kind of crash after caffeine. I first tried Magic Mind over a month ago now and I have since run out of all of the amazing bottles that they sent me, but I definitely will be repurchasing because when I drank them I just found myself so energized for the whole day. And there's so many different ways to drink it. You can drink it as a shot, you can drink it as a latte, cold or hot, you can mix it with sparkling water and drink it that way. Like, there's so many amazing ways. And also what I love about Magic Mind is they do have a 100% money back guarantee, so if you drink it and you don't like it or you don't feel any sort of effects from it, you will get your money back 100%, no questions asked, which I just think is such an amazing thing for a brand to do. It really shows how passionate and confident they are in their product and I love that. I absolutely love Magic Mind. I will leave the link down in the description box to where you can get them, and I do have a discount code for you. You can use my code perfectpaperbacks20 for 20% off of your order, and I will also leave that down in the description box. Thank you again to Magic Mind and I would highly recommend. So yeah, without further ado, let's get back into the reading vlog. Okay, but see what I mean? It says it's 849 pages. I severely doubt that it's 849 pages. It's probably just a glitch. It literally did just come out today, so I'm hoping that it's just a mistake. But I'm gonna read this right now. I'm so excited to get into it. Oh my god. Okay besties, I wanted to give you a quick update before I go to bed because I know that I literally started this video and I was like, this whole vlog is going to be dedicated to me reading Anastasia by Sophie Lark. Guys, the book is 850 pages. Now I'm sorry, but I refuse to believe that like an Anastasia retelling needs to be longer than The Priory of the Orange Tree. I just don't think it does. So for that reason, I have decided to kind of soft DNF it. I might come back to it at some stage. We don't know. I do love Sophie Lark's books. I love the idea of the book, but right now I am just not in the mood for like reading an 850 page romance book. I'm soft DNFing that one. We're just like putting it. Did I even really start it? I read the prologue and chapter 1 and honestly I have never been more confused at a prologue before. I have no idea what's going on, so I'm not too mad that I'm DNFing it because I wasn't like completely obsessed anyways. 850 pages. I don't know why I thought it was a joke when I saw it on Amazon. And then I saw it on Goodreads as well. I don't know why I thought it was a glitch because I was like, surely Miss Sophie Lark did not just write like a near 1,000 page book. She did. And you know what, queen, pop off, like good for you. And I'm sure it's an amazing book and hopefully I will get to it eventually. But right now I am not reading an 850 page Anastasia retelling. So I don't know what book I'm going to pick up right now. I mean, right now I'm going to bed, so I'm not going to pick up any book. But then tomorrow I might pick up a different book. I don't know because I'm not really in the mood for my two current reads at the moment. Maybe Our Violet Ends, but I'm not sure. So I will have to think about that and I will let you know what book I pick up next. So needless to say, I didn't get any reading done today, but it is now like 11:30 at night and I'm gonna go to bed because I'm tired and hopefully I will pick up another book tomorrow. Okay, good night besties. Good morning. Hi besties, it is now Thursday. It's been a couple days since I updated you. I think the last time I was speaking to you was Tuesday when I opened this vlog, but it is Thursday today. I do have a reading update. Also today it is freezing cold. It is so cold. I can't even explain to you. When I woke up this morning it was like -2 or -3. I don't know. It was so cold and we currently have a snow warning. So that's kind of exciting because I really like snow, but also I don't think we're actually gonna get snow. I really don't think we're gonna get snow, especially where I live. Like I feel like some parts of the country may get snow, but I don't think that's gonna be us because we never get snow. If it's gonna be that cold, like at least give me snow so that I can like read like a Christmassy romance by the fire. I mean, I can do that anyways, but like it adds to the vibe if it's snowing, basically. But yeah, I actually do have a reading update for you. Who knew? Who saw it coming? Not me. So I think I did tell you that I decided to potentially DNF Anastasia. I don't think it's even counted as DNFing, to be quite honest with you, because I read like the prologue and like the first chapter or two, so it's really not DNFing because I arguably didn't even really start the book. So after I decided that I was not going to pick up Anastasia, I was like, okay, what book am I going to pick up? I really don't know. I had like my Christmas romance that I was reading on my Kindle, but I was like, I don't really want to read it. I don't really know what I want to read, but I know what I don't want to read. So I decided to pick up Accidentally Amy by Lynn Painter. I have been reading this book for, I'd say, just under a month. I picked it up almost a month ago, and it is not long. It is 250 pages. I don't know why it's taken me this long to read, but it's just because like I just didn't really care that much about it. But anyways, I decided to pick it up because I was like halfway through. It was 250 pages, so I was like, you know what, I can read this fairly quickly. Like I can 100% get through this really quickly, and that's what I did. I finished it last night at like midnight. I think my mum was at a Christmas party and she came home and I was like under like 10 blankets because it was so cold, and I was reading Accidentally Amy. I'm really glad that I finished it because I was reading it for such a long time, and also just like the serotonin of finishing a book is amazing. It's so good, and then you have like all the opportunities of like what book you're going to read next, and I just love finishing a book. It just makes you feel so accomplished. Also, it was my 120th book that I finished this year, so now I've officially read more this year than I've read any other year in my life, which is kind of crazy, and I'm really happy with that, really proud of that. So let's chat about Accidentally Amy. I ended up giving it a 3-star. Didn't think too much about the rating, honestly, because it could have been anything from like a 1-star to like a 4-star. It was one of those books where I'm like, if I'm thinking really critically about this is not an exceptionally well written book, but if I'm thinking about like my enjoyment, I did actually really enjoy while I was reading it. I found out that like this book was actually never meant to be a book. She was just like releasing chapters here and there on her newsletter, and then decided to like put all those chapters together into a book and then self-publish it. So I feel like that's probably why it wasn't like the most amazing thing in the world, because it probably wasn't edited. It was never really meant to be published, kind of a thing. Bearing all that in mind, it was actually decent. If you're reading a couple of like longer books or maybe like fantasy books or whatever, this is actually quite a good like palette cleanser. You really don't have to think a lot when you're reading this because it's very straightforward. The writing was good. Like I did actually fly through it, like even though I was reading it for like a month. That's just because I wasn't like picking it up, but I think all in all I read it in like 3 sittings, because I would read like 30% every single time that I would like pick up the book. Yes, it was insta-lovey, yes it was cringy, but like I kind of liked it all the same. Like it was good, but it just wasn't good. Does that even make sense? I don't know if that makes sense, but if it does, you know what I mean. That's all I'm gonna say about that book. So now I'm left with the predicament of what book do I pick up next. I love picking up a new book because it's like you're starting a new world, you know, you're starting into like this new story that could be a favorite, but also it is such a hard decision to make because you're like, I need to be in the mood for this specific book and I need to be able to like read it within like a short enough time span so that like it keeps my attention. So I narrowed it down to 3. I will show you those 3 right now, and then I did a poll on my Instagram which I haven't checked back on yet, so I'm just gonna pick up whichever one has won the poll. So the first option is When Gracie Met the Grump by Mariana Zapata. I don't know if I was telling you about this book, but I bought this book last week. I went into town with my mom. She had to go somewhere and I had to wait for her, and I was like, okay, I could just sit here on my phone, but like I could also just buy a book and go to a coffee shop and do that. So that's exactly what I did, and I bought this book. Honestly, did I need to buy this book? No, but I walked into the bookshop and I got so excited by the fact that there was a Mariana Zapata book in the bookshop, because like a couple months ago or like a year ago you would have never found a romance book in a bookshop in Ireland. Like you just wouldn't. And the fact that like there's a Mariana Zapata book in the bookshop, I'm a bit awestruck still, and I guess that's thanks to BookTok. So thank you BookTok for making romance books popular and famous. I am excited to read this because it's Mariana Zapata and like I do think it's going to be potentially good, but I didn't realize the plot of the book. Basically the plot of the book is that like she's just living her life, whatever, and then a naked superhero lands in her backyard and she needs to like save him or help him save someone or do something, but like also she's on the run, but we don't know what she's on the run for. It's very peculiar. I was not expecting there to be like actual superheroes in this book. I mean, I know like the guy on the cover is a superhero. It's giving that Barbie movie. Do you know the Barbie movie that's like with the superheroes? I don't even know what it's called right now, but there's a Barbie movie with superheroes in it and it's not my favorite, but like it's giving that vibe. Yeah, I feel like this is going to be good because it's Mariana Zapata, but like not great. I don't think it's going to be great. If it wins the poll I will read it, but I'd rather it didn't. Then the next one I have is Indigo Ridge by Devney Perry. This is a series that I really want to start because Juniper Hill is the second book and arguably that's the most popular in the series, and I really want to get to that one. I have it on my wish list and like I really want to read that one, so I want to read this to get to that one. Also, it's not that long, it's a small town romance, and it's also a book with a plot because I'm in the mood for a romance book, but like one with a plot. I don't know why, but like I'm not in the mood for like just a romance. I'm in the mood for like a plot with like a side of romance, which I'm sure that this is going to be more focused on the romance than the plot, but like there is also a plot because she moves to this town, she's a police chief, she's trying to prove herself in this small town, and also there's murders going on, so it's kind of like a romance mystery type thing. So this one looks really good. Then my third and final option is Our Violent Ends, which I do also want to read. So let's check on the poll and see which one has won and see which one I'll be picking up today. We have a clear winner, guys. We have a clear winner. I'll screenshot the results and put them here. 67% of the votes went for Our Violent Ends. I guess this is the one we're reading. But yeah, that is my update for right now. I'm gonna read a little bit and I'm gonna do some other things, and I'll get back to you when I have a reading update.
The moon and the rest of the new focus.
Okay, I just finished another book. I listened to the audiobook of The Night Before Christmas. It was like a less than 10-minute audiobook, so like it's kind of cheating, but you know what, I still listened to it, I still finished it, I still read the entire thing, and it was so cute, it was so wholesome and very nice to listen to. I was able to listen to it from Libro FM. I get like ARCs from, advanced listening copies from, every single month, so that was one of them. So I listened to that one and I gave it a 4-star. Honestly, there's really no rating to this because it's just like, you know, the classic poem of The Night Before Christmas. It was really nice to listen to on audio, but obviously I couldn't give it a 5-star because like my 5-star books are like books that I absolutely love and I didn't want to give it like a 5-star. So technically there's like no rating, but I gave it a 4-star on Goodreads just to put a rating in there. I think right now what I'm going to do is actually clean my room up a little bit because I want to make some room for some things, and I have like a bookshelf on top of my dresser that I want to move and get rid of, honestly. So I might work on that today, and while I do that I might either listen to an audiobook or honestly I might listen to, there's like this podcast about Emily Dickinson and I might listen to that one because I'm studying Emily Dickinson for my English, and sometimes like listening to a podcast can be kind of helpful about that. So that's what I'm gonna do, and yeah, I'm just gonna kind of clear my room a little bit because it's a bit messy because I have like my Christmas presents unwrapped on my floor. So gonna do that. I might even wrap Christmas presents. Oh no, I probably won't do that today, but I might do that tomorrow. I don't know, we'll see.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. Good tidings for Christmas.
Okay, hi besties. It is now Friday night and I wanted to give you another reading update. Also, I'm realizing I literally should have done this update like a couple minutes ago because I was wearing like a full face of makeup. I had such nice makeup on today too. But you know what? You get what you get. Actually, backstory. I don't know if anybody cares about this, but last Christmas I got this absolutely gorgeous Charlotte Tilbury foundation and I loved it so much. I only used it like once or twice because I was like using it as like my good foundation like when I was going out, and then I went away for a night in a hotel at the beginning of this year, and when I came home I did not have this foundation. I could not find it anywhere. I searched everywhere, like I just could not find this foundation. So naturally I was like, I'm after leaving it in the hotel. I've lost it. I did call the hotel, everything. They were like, no, like it's gone. That was like the beginning of this year and I've just been heartbroken since. And then yesterday I was cleaning my room and what do I find at like the back of my drawer? The Charlotte Tilbury foundation. So naturally that's what I was wearing today. That was so much fun, honestly. Like last night when I found it, I literally went out to my mum. I was like, oh my god, no way, because it was literally missing for like 10-11 months. It's quite embarrassing really, because that means like I did not organize like my drawers since like last year. So that's horrendous. But anyways, that was my little backstory that nobody cares about. But now moving on to the things that we do care about. I do actually have a reading update. Last night I decided to start Savage Lover by Sophie Lark. This is the third book in the Brutal Birthright series. I don't know why I randomly decided to pick this up. I was lying in bed and I was like, I don't want to go on my phone, but like I don't want to go to sleep yet. but I don't want to watch anything, so I was like, I'm gonna read. And then naturally, like, I was lying down, so I was like, I don't want to like read a paperback because then I have to sit up and I have to turn on a light and everything. Let me tell you guys, a Kindle is the best thing that you will ever purchase. Like, it is so handy and convenient, and the fact that like Kindle Unlimited, like, you can get so many books for free, it is amazing. It is iconic. I don't know why I'm like randomly promoting Kindle right now, but it is the holiday season. If you're thinking about getting a Kindle, I would highly recommend. So yeah, decided to pick up Savage Lover because I really wanted to read a Sophie Lark book, because I was hyped for it at the beginning of this week, you know, with Anastasia and everything, which is like a mafia romance series. And this one follows Nero, who is Ada's brother. Apparently this one is the worst in the series. I've not obviously read it yet, but everybody says that it's the worst in the series, and I think Sophie herself says that it's the worst in the series, so I'm interested to see why that is. But so far it's good anyways. Yeah, we have Nero, he's obviously like in the mafia. Then we have our love interest Camille, or Camilla, I think it's Camille. She's a mechanic, she's a girl boss. And then I actually have no idea what the plot of this book is. I don't know what the tropes are. I know that the first one was forced marriage, arranged marriage, what's that called? Marriage of convenience. I don't know what the trope of the first one is, but like they had to get married. The second one was that he kidnapped her and then they fell in love, which is so toxic. I can't even believe that I read that book, and what's worse is I gave it 5 stars. That says a lot, honestly. But it was a Beauty and the Beast retelling, guys, and I'm a sucker for Beauty and the Beast. I have no idea what the tropes of this one is. I have no idea what the plot is. We're just gonna go with it. We're just gonna see how it goes. I did read like 11% of the book last night. These books are so fast to fly through, so I'm gonna continue reading. Also, I've got a Lemsip beside me. If you're Irish or from the UK, you're gonna know what a Lemsip is. I don't even know how to describe it, but it's like when you're under the weather, every Irish mother is just gonna give you a Lemsip. So yeah, I'm drinking Lemsip right now. But it's so funny because I actually gave a Lemsip to Sophia when she came over for the Harry Styles concert, because after the Harry Styles concert we were so sick, like we were so miserable, so I made us a Lemsip, and I think Sophia thought I was poisoning her because they don't taste nice. What even is this conversation? I don't know. I'm gonna stop. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking right now because I'm just literally rambling for no reason. Like, I've been talking for like nearly 10 minutes. I don't know, I'm feeling like this is just like a chatty vlog, and I'm actually reading, which is so iconic. So I'm gonna drink my Lemsip, I'm gonna read my mafia romance. I'll keep you updated on what the plot or the trope is for this book because I'm interested. Something is telling me that it's like gonna be a heist or something. I don't know why I think that, but I think one of them was about like a heist. So I'm very interested if it is a heist. But yeah, that is all I have to say for right now. I'll come back to you later when I have more things to say. Okay, it's now midnight and I am 20% of the way through this book. I am absolutely loving it so much. Honestly, I don't really know still what the plot of it is going to be. Camille has a younger brother and he was like dealing drugs for one of his like asshole friends to try and make some money, and he got caught, but Camille took the blame for him because like she is so protective of her family and like she wants him to have like a good education and like, you know, she wants this big life for him, so she takes the blame. And then the police officer that caught them is now like blackmailing her and using her as like a snitch for criminals. So I have a feeling that maybe the plot of this book is that she's going to start getting close to Nero because he's in the mafia, and then she's gonna have to like snitch on him. I think that could be the plot, I'm not sure. Don't really like that because it's leading up to just like a whole big miscommunication and just like big third act breakup where he realizes that like she's been using him the entire time or snitching on him the entire time. I don't like that, but maybe that's not going to be the case. But I'm still really liking it. Like, it's such an addictive read and you can just really fly through it, so I'm really loving it. So yeah, that is the vibe for right now. I've got my reading playlist on here because I literally love listening to like music while I read. So the one that I have on right now is Falling in Love in a Warm Summer Evening While Watching the Sunrise. I don't know who makes these videos on YouTube, but like they deserve an award because they are so good. It's just like the perfect vibes for when you're reading. Like, it's perfect. Like, I have my Kindle here, I have my playlist here. It is literally 2 o'clock in the morning. I need to be slightly quiet because I'm the only one awake right now and I don't want to wake up my family. Also, my Squishmallow has joined the party because I've actually been reading for the past couple hours. It's honestly been a long time since I've like stayed up this late actually reading. I mean, I always stay up too late, but like it's been a long time since I've stayed up until 2 AM actually reading, and my arm was getting tired holding my Kindle. That's why I started balancing on my Squishmallow. I made it 44% of the way through Savage Lover. I don't know what page that is, but I think it's almost page 200 because I think there's like 400 pages in the book, and if I'm just under halfway through I have to be at like page like 170 or 180 or something. And I'm really liking the book. I feel like we're just about to start getting into the actual plot of the book. I feel like up to now it's just been like set up and stuff, but I'm really excited to continue and see where it's going. I do think that there is going to be a heist, but obviously there's more elements to the book because I'm like halfway through and that hasn't happened yet, and I'm not even sure if it is going to happen, so there's more to it. But yeah, I am just getting way too tired to keep reading and I need to go to sleep. But for like the past couple of minutes since I stopped reading, I've just been on Pinterest and I just want to redecorate my entire room. I just want to like personalize my room a bit more and just like redo it. Like not every part of my room, obviously not like my bookshelves and stuff, but like the other side of my room is not where I want it to be, and I kind of want to like start that whole process. I don't think I'm gonna film any of that process. Sometimes like when you actually need to get something done, it's not productive to film it, but I will show you before and afters. This mightn't happen for quite some time, but yeah, that's what I want to do. And Pinterest is my best friend at the moment. Like I literally love it so much. Pinterest and Spotify, the holy grail. The holy grail. I genuinely don't even know what I'm talking about at this stage because it's 2 AM and I'm gonna go to sleep. Hi besties. Okay, it is about 5:30 on Sunday evening and I wanted to give you a final update before I end out this vlog. I haven't actually read anything else since the last time that I spoke to you. I was hoping that I would have finished Savage Lover before I ended this vlog, however that just didn't happen. Yesterday I just didn't really want to read. Today I just, again, I'm not really like in the reading mood, but today I actually spent a lot of time planning my content for next year. Also, I will be announcing this in a video to come in the next couple weeks. However, if you've watched this far into the vlog, I feel like you need a little sneak peek preview. I am completely revamping my Patreon. I'm like practically relaunching it, changing everything. So yeah, keep an eye out for that announcement in a video to come very soon, but I'm very excited about it. But yeah, no, I didn't end up reading any more of Savage Lover. I think I made it 44% of the way through. I think it's like page 179, so I'm happy with that. I will end up finishing it, I'm sure, possibly even tonight, I don't know, but I will end up finishing it, but I just don't know when, and I want to end out this vlog so that I can start editing it and hopefully have it up next week. I think I managed to read 2.5 books. I started the week by finishing Accidentally Amy, which I gave a 3-star. Then I read the very short book of The Night Before Christmas, which is that cheating? Kind of. Did I put it on Goodreads? Absolutely I did, like of course. And then I read 44% of Savage Lover by Sophie Lark, which I will be continuing and hopefully giving you my thoughts on very soon. Let me know what you're currently reading. Let me know what you thought of this vlog, or if you've read any of the books that I was talking about today, or if they're on your TBR or anything. I just love to chat in the comments, so let me know. All the links to my social media and also to my Patreon will be down in the description box if you want to find me elsewhere. But yeah, that is it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you watched to the end, comment the Christmas tree emoji. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Stay amazing, stay kind, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!